hello. Hope you all can hear me. To Flow of Live. Wow, what a 2025 or whatever year it is. Interesting rest. Usually I would be vivid in my dreams, but there's been a lot of rest, a lot of integration, and just connecting into familiarities, but also explorations of the soul. Certain foods, and kind of like fasting in other areas. Certain food, I guess specifically, even like certain stores looking at what just feels right in the moment, really selecting, getting downward in duration with less of impulse buying, as I used to have Amazon Prime, bought a lot of stuff there, so really looking into what the energy is really showing me, and even don't necessarily have to write it down, but in the past me writing down a lot. But yeah, it's kind of like, it's very like springy in a sense, if that resonates. Like springy as in, it's kind of like you don't really deny if it's an impulse, and you kind of have like another, or at least over here it just feels more of a trial and error until you get like the message is complete and it's embodied in the soul, or sorry, in the presence. And it's okay, you don't have to have the right terminology, but I mean, clarity always helps, simplicity always helps. Lots of light weaving lately. And yeah, it's like the memories kind of get like, you could still describe these memories, and kind of color it in, and then with like different interactions with people, other thought forms, it's like you get a sense of like if you're kind of overdoing it. So that muscle thing, it's kind of like, right, it's like working out. You kind of do reps and get used to something, see what you can do, what you can't. But I think that's coming on board with like psychological aspects, dreaming, astral body stuff, astral awareness, light weaving, certain body movements. And yeah, it's like an overall central nervous system upgrade. It could feel like you're just swimming somewhere, swimming in space, swimming in earth, swimming in consciousness, swimming in conversation or stillness, talkingness. But it's almost like, I mean, it funnels down all these energies, going back into, again, your solar plexus, your stomach, integrating hips and stuff, lower body, legs, feet. It's not, for me, it's like, it's not even joint or inflammation. It does feel like less wanting to move, because I used to sprint a lot, used to run a lot, play a lot of basketball, very active. But even that, it just feels like I could still do that, but it's like, there's not really like an overall, it's almost like if I do that, I kind of know I would want more. So yeah, I think with anyone, it's like, if there's a intention or if there's a desire, impulse, like go in that direction. See how that feels. Following your excitement, again, following your joy. I mean, music or sound creations, binaural beat creations could be an excitement, or hiking or traveling. And yeah, it's like not judging it, because we all have our own unique higher self guidance. All is enough, all is provided for you, and all is abundant. Even those beliefs of lack, it's just distortions of lack, perceptions of lack, societal conditioning, and seeing what is actually true for yourself. What is experientially true? and you could even describe it and subtly describe it and tell your friends it, or your family, or your dog something, but you always get that resonance of like, are you seeing it completely how God sees it? And that's always an opportunity. So you could just chill and release anything that doesn't serve you. It doesn't feel heavy. I mean, you could go into words like Satan or devil or demon, bad words, or like maybe there's a upbringing of Christian or Scientology or whatever. I mean, I guess speaking from my own upbringing, it's like there could be a sense of, yeah, like tribal connection or family connection, where it's like you shouldn't say these things, you shouldn't behave this thing, you should have certain respect or certain ways of etiquette to do, like during dinner or something, or seeing guests, and see if that holds valid to you. And you don't have to drop it completely, but it's like a course correction of maybe changing a new habit or changing new behavior. So I mean, this game, this of like infinite self-awareness or infinite self-empowerment, expansion, self-development, is like, it really is infinite. And even the journey, the cosmic awakening journey or spiritual awakening journey, word journey, learning journey, teach learn journey, it does feel infinite. And I think that's kind of this like spiritual angst or existential crisis of a lot of people have, of like, all right, what do we do now? Like, I know this, I feel this, but yeah, you still keep on trucking, you still swim in consciousness and explore and grow. I still think it's valuable to see it as a game. I have some friends that don't like that. Like, it's like, don't see it as a game because it could be demeaning, or you kind of lose that life essence on other people, other characters. But again, it's just an expression. I think genuinely people who go in that direction or explain it in that direction, it's like, it's a good way. It's like it's the Matrix simulation or a video game of love, but experientially, it's like, it's very simple. It's like, do you want to expand more in love, joy, and bliss, fulfillment, satisfaction, or if you feel stuck, you kind of go into a stuck, limiting belief, limiting experience. So it's like really limiting or unlimited, and your nature is unlimited. Very simple with that. But again, this quote unquote reality, we have these thresholds and catalysts and shit that hits the fan, or things that don't work out, relationships, etc., organizations, businesses, family beliefs, the ego thought system, etc. And I don't know, I think it does help to have that intention to get clear. And I think the best is always connecting to your higher self, meaning whether that's setting your affirmative prayer or just that voice, because all the activations are there in you, and maybe just using whatever, a channel or your own connection to that communication, and it could be released through symbols or dream journaling. So that direction always depends on you, and it's for you. Even this message is trusting that it's for you. Your higher self is, in a way, processing it for you, or your physical body, tuning it so that you can use it, whatever that is. So yeah, I think just the pattern of just kind of intellectualizing it, describing in face value, surface level, where the energy is, it's really always about the energy of the message, energy of your life, energy of day-to-day, activity by activity, your meditations, your job, your career, if you believe in that or connect into that, and what you want to contribute to Earth, what you want to contribute to others, etc. Soul expansion, changing identities maybe, or deconstructing identities, mass, or maybe some still are put on with family or with friends or with your public image. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I think there's certain things to be gentle with if it does feel like an ego death. But I think the best intense moments can be used and transformed into your biggest transformations. And yeah, again, it's just like, it's not new, right? Like, people won't resonate or get what you're saying, but that doesn't mean there are people who don't. Like, I think it's always, I think YouTube's interesting too. It's like, it does feel a lot more one-to-one and telepathic. So yeah, just with the intention that you're not alone. You're fully guided, fully supported, fully connected to your abilities. It's just, they're just waiting to be connected to and to be used for, with that intention, greatest good of all, for service to the all. In the end, we'd all have to look into our quote unquote shadow or dark parallel lives, rather, or this life or this society, or in with the light of awareness. And it doesn't have to be scary, but the same approach is like, go in it with fearlessness, go in it with bravery, go in it with your higher self. And it could be joyful. All of these things could be joyful. Activities could be joyful. Life could be joyful. And life is meant to be joyful. As an earthling, as a ET, as a hybrid, as consciousness, as awareness. So I think that's the pleasantness and the crop of this new energy, new connection, and that integration, soul embodiment. Oh yeah, and then even breath. Yeah, again, I mean, it's so simple, right? Just coming back to breath, coming back to your feeling state. More we continue to breathe, and so instead of spiraling out into the mental field, mental activity of description. Remember, you're a multidimensional self in a multidimensional field, and you're, again, lots of guides, lots of support, accessing that team in light codes. Feels so expansive. Any judgment of like dirtiness or guilt, shame, releasing fear, releasing these cords, entities that doesn't serve you, you know? Always coming back to the heart, spiraling or circling, as it always flows back to the cosmic heart that we share. Cosmic awakening, cosmic heart. Okay, breathe. Releasing, letting go, connecting, driving through. All right, we'll end it up there. We'll connect soon. Peace and love.